Good afternoon. This beautiful, beautiful day that we're looking at. It's actually a little bit overcast. I like overcast days. I like rainy days. It's just me. I've done videos in the past where I've spoke about how when I was growing up, I used to hear police and white folks say all the time that if you don't like something, you should change the law. And I used to hear police talk all the time about how they're just doing their job, just doing their job, just doing their job. And I was thinking about this last night. I don't know why it came to my mind. I was watching somebody on YouTube. They were talking about George Soros. George Soros is speaking out against Trump and some other things. And the alt-right uses his name as a slur. Do you know why they hate Soros so much? And they'll use it, all this New World Order, open borders. They'll use all that crap and talking about how he funds Black Lives Matters and stuff. And if you look into that, that's not really what that was. He put money into Black Lives Matters. He didn't create them. He put money into them after the Michael Brown stuff. Michael Brown did not start Black Lives Matters. So what that really was, it's what it is. It's what it is. White people think if you're against capitalism, they think in essence you're stupid because we have to work. So if you work and you make money to survive in a capitalist system, you must support capitalism. That's how they think. That makes no sense. Basically saying that if you don't believe in capitalism, you should just die. It doesn't make any sense. Just because I have to exist in this system doesn't mean I support this. I'm sure there were Germans who didn't agree with Nazism, but to keep their jobs, they had to be Nazis. Didn't mean they were political, but they had to do the Nazi stuff. I'm sure there were a lot of those people who didn't necessarily want a second world war, but they're like, all right, I got to do it to keep my union job, or to stay a teacher, or to stay and keep my job in the government. Right, it doesn't mean you're a Nazi just because of that. Come on. I think that, and I was just thinking about how many rich white men fund stuff like Fox News, Rupert Murdoch, and the Koch brothers, how much the Koch brothers fund out here. And I'm like, you have no problem with rich white men funding right-wing groups. You have no problem with that. But if one billionaire or millionaire says, well, black people have been treated wrongfully, well, there has been systematic racism done to black and brown people. If one person, jumps out and says that, you go crazy. I think it's what it is. When they were saying that years ago, like in 2000s and 90s, and they're talking about, if you don't like something, you should change it. I think it was the mindset that they're the rich, they're the upper class. I'm talking about the South. They're the upper class. We're just poor niggers. And we'll never get organized. So they can keep telling us that, and they keep beating up on us because we'll never become organized. We'll never get it together. We're going to be out here killing each other. We're going to be out here doing stupid stuff and doing drugs and doing stuff that puts us out of the workforce, honestly. And so, they can say that. And it's not racist. It's not a racist thing for white men to say, hey, you don't like it, change the law. He's right. I can't argue with that. I think the idea that, George Soros or any other rich person would fund groups with a socialist bent or people who have an idea of what an organized society could be, I think it enrages them. It's like all the white people in the South, especially in the Midwest, got together and said that. Or we could tell them that. It's honestly, it's kind of a way of rubbing in the sting too. That, you don't like to change the law. Well, most black people don't know who our senators are or who our judges are or who our representatives are, or who our mayors and governors are, or who the state treasurer. Most black folks don't know this shit. I mean, that's real talk. We don't care. That's real. I mean, that's something that has not changed from 08, 09, 05 to 2000. I'm just real talk. You may not like it. And so if we're not involved in politics, and not only not involved, we don't know how politics works in this country, they can say it to you and we're like, well, yeah. It's almost like a white supremacy. They have to always pretend like the system hurts everybody equally. It's kind of like with vampire. Like the vampire can't just break up. The vampire can't bust in our house right now. He can't bust in the door. He's got to knock on the door. He's got to ask me to come in. He's got to be invited. That's the supernatural phenomenon. That's what they say. It's the same thing with white supremacy. It's like they have to show you a little bit of it, make you aware of a little. They can't like have it all be secret. They gotta like, hint at it. They gotta give you a little hint, like just a little bit, That's how white supremacy is. They gotta give you a little hint, like you can't touch it. You can't even get close to it. But we'll show you a little bit of it. See? And that's why for so long they did that. I've seen that myself, hear police say that. It's just changed the law. And now that's happening, they're angry. They're angry and they're full of rage because they never thought that people would become organized. I mean, to be fair, coronavirus backs up what I just said. I believe a lot of black people out here are more angry or more irritated about the fact that they can't watch their game than they are about the fact that you have a pandemic. It's like black people, like we want to be deluded. We want to be cheated. We want to be tricked. We want to be hoodwinked and bamboozled. It's almost like that. And white folks know that. Peace.